everybody?
It's online this year.
What do you mean it's online this year? Nobody told me. Oh, fine. Well, hello everybody and welcome to St Peter's Farnborough Online Holiday Club. My name is Mrs Dependable. Sometimes I might look a little bit more like Helen, the Children's and Schools Minister here at St Peter's, and we're really glad that you found us online to join us for our holiday club this year. Our theme is the Dependables, and we're thinking all about people that we can trust and depend on. We've got so much fun coming up, we might not be able to meet together, which is very sad, but we've still got Bible stories, we've still got games, we've still got aerobics, and of course, we've still got gunging. If you're watching live at 10 o'clock, then please do use the comments along the side. We'd love to chat to you as you watch and let us know what you're getting up to. There's also a booklet that you can print off that goes alongside the holiday club, which gives you activities to do throughout the day. So you've got stuff to do to keep you busy all day long. The usual crew of holiday club are going to be joining me, so there's lots of different people, and you can see who they are in the front of your booklet as well. But first, it's time for the all-important jokes. These jokes have been sent in to us through Facebook, so are you ready? Eddie says, how do you get a baby to sleep in space? You rock it! Great one, Eddie, I love that one. This is from Max. How do ghosts like their eggs? Terrified. See what you did there? Good one, Max. Anna says, what's brown, furry and flies in the air? A hot air baboon. Oh, brilliant, Anna. Good one. And Amy said, why did the teddy say no to dessert? Because she was already stuffed. Stuffed teddy. Fantastic. Well, I hope that's warmed you up. Here is Chloe and her gang with some aerobics.
Hi everyone, welcome to our Wake Up Shake Up. We're going to do some dancing now, so Chloe's just going to start the music. Okay, we're going to feed the pigeons. Feed the pigeons. And scare the pigeons. Feed the pigeons. Feed the pigeons. And scare the pigeons. Are you going to sit side up now? Nice and I'm going to hop on one leg. I'm going to run on the spot. I'm going to do some fishing. And reel it in. And whoosh. And reel it in. And praise the Lord. Get some jumping going. And some more star jumps. And hopping again. So have a good enough of one leg.
So as I've already said, our theme for Holiday Club this year is the Dependables, and we're thinking about people we can depend on and the fact that we can depend or trust in Jesus as well. So right now we're going to listen to a Bible story, and then we're going to see a drama from some of the characters in the Bible story, and then Elizabeth is going to chat to us about what it all means for us.
Today's story is from Luke chapter 5 and is called Jesus and the Fisherman. 4 fishermen had been out on the Sea of Galilee all night, fishing without catching anything at all. As dawn broke, they gave up and rowed back to the shore. The names of the fishermen were Simon Peter, Andrew, James, and John. At the shore, the fishermen started cleaning their nets, but as they worked, a large crowd started to appear. The crowd was there to hear Jesus, and soon they started to press in on him. Jesus noticed the men cleaning their nets and went over to them. He asked Peter to take him in the boat and row a short distance from the shore. Then Jesus sat in the boat, spoke to the people, and taught them about God and his kingdom. Even though Peter was really tired, he listened carefully to Jesus' words. When Jesus had finished speaking to the crowds, he told Peter to take the boat back out into the deep water and go fishing again. Peter grumbled, "Master, we worked hard all night and caught nothing. But because you say so, I will let down the nets." So he rowed out again. This time they caught a huge amount of fish, so many that the nets began to break. The other fishermen had to come and help. There were so many fish that the boats were so full they began to sink. Peter was so surprised that he left his boat, went to Jesus, and fell at his knees. Peter told Jesus, "Go away from me, Lord, for I am a sinful man." Peter and his companions were amazed with Jesus' holiness and power. Jesus said to Peter, "Do not be afraid. From now on, you will be catching people." Then Jesus challenged the 4 fishermen. He asked Peter, Andrew, James and John to follow him. They had no idea where Jesus was going, but they trusted Jesus and followed him. When Peter, Andrew, James and John followed Jesus, they left many things behind: their families, the other fishermen, even all those fish. But nothing was as important as the great adventure they were going on with Jesus.
Oh dear.
What even happened there?
I don't know, but my net is ruined.
Oh, don't be so grumpy, Jim. You just caught more fish than you know what to do with. You haven't stopped moaning all the way home.
I've never caught that many fish in my life.
Oh, sorry, I've got an itch. Where do you think they all come from?
We fished all night and there were no fish.
And then literally thousands of them. We're going to make so much money selling these.
This Jesus dude, he must be pretty special if he can make that happen. I mean, who do you think he is?
Oh, look. Oh, it's a sardine, look. Oh, what a beauty.
Yeah. But what about Jesus?
Don't know, it's all a bit weird if you ask me.
He's got to be someone special if he can do that.
Yeah, but he totally freaked you out, didn't he, Pete?
Yeah, well, I mean, don't tell me that you weren't just a little bit shocked, Andy. Johnny's right. No ordinary person could do that.
Oh, look, I don't think I can mend my nets.
Maybe you don't need to, Jim. You heard what he said to Pete. From now on, you'll fish for people.
Do you reckon we could all go?
Yeah, well, I mean, it is a weird thing to say, but do you know what? I kind of want to know what it means. And it'd be good if you lot came too.
Shall we do it then? Shall we go and follow him? See what he's going to do?
What about my nets?
Oh, leave it, Jim.
Oh, come on, just leave
Get
it.
on with it.
Wow, didn't those disciples, Andy, Pete, Jim and Johnny, catch a lot of fish in our story? But I was thinking, how do you think Jesus did that? You see, we've got a pet fish, he's right here, and his name is Sunny. But I can't get Sunny to do anything. If I call his name, he just ignores me. Sunny! Sunny! And if I got a net like this anywhere near him, well, I know he'd just go and hide behind his rock. Fish don't do what ordinary humans tell them to do. If they did, then Andy, Pete, Jim and Johnny would have caught loads of fish just by themselves. So Jesus has a special power, the power to make hundreds of fish swim into their nets. How can that be? Well, I think it's all down to who Jesus really is. Fish don't do what ordinary humans tell them to do. Only God has the power to make fish do stuff. So in our story, when we see Jesus doing what only God can do, well, that tells us that Jesus is God and he has command over fish, in fact, everything in creation, everything in the world. And I think that Andy, Pete and Jim and Johnny realised that when they saw those fish swim into their nets. So when Jesus said to them that they could be fishing for people, they knew they could trust him. Now, fishing for people or catching people is a bit of a funny thing to say, isn't it? But Jesus wasn't asking them to put people in a net like this. He was asking them to bring people to him, bring people to God so that they could get to know him. They were going to be catching people's hearts, really, for God. And he still asks us to do the same thing today. That's what following him is all about, bringing people to him. And we can trust Jesus if we say yes and follow him because we know that he's God. On pages 4 and 5 of your booklet, you'll find this story written out again. And there are some questions to help you think a little bit more about that story. There's also a picture of some fish, 5 of them. And you can write the names of 5 friends and family members who don't know anything about Jesus. You could write their names on a fish. And then you could ask God to help you to tell them all about him. Next up, you've got a craft. Bye.
Hi everyone! I'm going to be doing a craft activity with you now, based on the story we've just heard. In the story, Jesus was talking to some fishermen, and he told them that they were going to be fishing for people nets, so we're going to be making little fish puppets. Now all you need for this activity is a piece of coloured card or just some plain paper and a lolly stick. If you don't have a lolly stick, that's okay, you can just get a stick from outside or in the garden. Now, the first thing you need to do is get your piece of paper or card, place your hand on it, and then just draw around your hand so it looks like this. And then once you've done that, just cut it out so it ends up looking like this. Now this is going to be the body of your fish for your fish puppet. You can decorate it however you want, but this is my example. To make these little red mouths, you just need to draw a heart on a piece of paper like this, and then just cut it out and it ends up looking like this. Now, to make your little fish into a fish puppet, just take your lolly stick or stick and piece of sellotape and then just place it on like so, attach it to the back, and there you have it. That is your fish puppet.
Jesus
such a good Bible story. I love that story. Let us know in the comments what you thought about that story. Maybe tell us who your favourite character was in the drama. We are going to pray together. Are you ready? If you've not been to Holiday Club before, just watch and learn. If you have, you'll know what you're doing. 1, you're going to wiggle your fingers right outside in front of you. 2, fold your arms. And 3, bow your heads. Dear Jesus, we thank you that we can trust in you. We thank you for that amazing story where we saw those disciples trusting in you. Please help us to trust in you more. Amen. Amen. It's very different, it's very quiet here without you all screaming amen. Now in your booklets you've got some more pages to do later, so you can do the pages that Elizabeth told you to do, and also you can do page 6 and 7, which is some puzzles to do with that Bible story as well. But the most important bit of Holiday Club is coming up really soon. I wonder who is gonna get gunged today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wheel of Doom is back. Yes, everyone here is at the mercy of the wheel, and the very lucky person to be the first to be gunged for this year's online holiday club is Elizabeth.
I don't want to be gunged.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh no, poor Elizabeth, that looked absolutely brutal. Let us know in the comments who you think should be gunged tomorrow. I really hope it is not me. Remember who your friends are. Well, I hope you've had masses of fun today. There's still loads for you to do. You can catch up on those booklet pages, you can do your craft, and please do let us know what you're up to in your own homes. Get your parents to take some photos and put them on our Facebook page. The details will be at the bottom of the screen now for you. We really, really want to see what you're up to in your own home, so do make sure you do that later today. And hopefully we will see you at 10 o'clock live on YouTube tomorrow morning. Bye.